What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Sunday, the 7th of February, 2021. Welcome to February. What a year it's been so far. I've got another packed week of news. Let's get right into it. As always, the first link below will take you over to the Patreon post. That's where you can find all the madness. Let's see. Poll says Joe Biden approval drops to 61%. Poll of who? All of the dead people that voted for him, or all of the people? I don't know. I don't know where they get these polls from. Anyway, I'll put a link to that. Press secretary is mad. Admits conservative Twitter is in her head with circle back mocking. She's not. She reminds me of the overly obsessed girlfriend, but the problem is I like the overly obsessed girlfriend. So, White House reporters, Biden team wanted our questions in advance. Of course. I think we heard about the same thing during the Obama administration. Kent strain of COVID-19. COVID-19 news has already mutated, which could make it more resistant to vaccine. Of course, that's from the Mirror. Israeli who recovered from COVID-19 reinfected with South African strain. All these strains going around the world, be advised, they're headed to the United States. The hurricane is coming. Expert warns U.S. brace for a new COVID strain. Put a link to this. Of course, it's going to be COVID 2021, 22, 23. This shit's never going away, people. I wish it would, but it's not. Scientists ominously warn COVID reducing fertility. No, I think what you mean is the vaccine is making people reduce fertility. I think that's what this is how they're... See, it's like, it's reverse psychology. They're trying to tell you this to get you to do that, in which they do what you want you to do. Anyway, up to 100 UK a week, children in the UK a week hospitalized with post-COVID disease. What's that about? I don't know. From The Guardian. Flu is almost wiped. Oh, the flu is... We eradicated the flu, don't you know? Lowest in 130 years. Imagine that. Busted. CDC inflated COVID numbers accused of violating federal law. That from National... And check this out. I've always been a fan of Tony Robbins, but not for the world news or anything to do with politics. Listen to what he's saying. Now, let me just play a little clip.
Just go read John Hopkins' report. They took it down after one day, but 2 weeks ago they came out here in America. They took it down, but if you go on the Wayback Machine, you
Tony
go
Robbins
on your computer and go back in time on the web. So people have already published it again and again. And what it shows is the same number of people have died this year, 2020, has died in 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, and 2015.
Tony Robbins is coming out calling it all bullshit. It's just a matter of time before they destroy his career. Shout out to you, Tony. Thank you for standing up for the truth. Zombie Nation. Third of all adults walking around in concussion-like days due to stress and lack of sleep. I feel ya! I feel that way 24 hours a day. I mean, before I lay down to go to bed, I'm always like, well, the New World Order. Anyway, over to financial news. How major U.S. stock indexes fared on Friday. Check this out. The Dow rose 92 points, but for the week, the Dow was up 1,165. 3.9%. Where does that leave it? 31,148. We're saved. The Dow's through the roof. Silver prices surged at 8-year high amid Reddit-fueled frenzy. Put a link to that. Be advised. Get your silver. Robinhood eases trading limits on restricted stocks. Customers can now buy 100 game. Oh, you're gonna let the slaves buy stock again? How nice of you. That from CNBC. Biden says next stimulus check will be $1,400. Be advised, $1,400 coming at you. I bet you'll have to get the vaccine first. I don't know that. You won't be spending it on Toys R Us though. Toys R Us last 2 stores in the U.S. closed for good. It's sad where we're headed, people. Dem Senator, admits it was a mistake for Biden to kill 11,000 jobs, canceling Keystone Pipeline. That came out on February 3. HB 117, forcing you to get the shot before you can buy food or go to work. What did I tell you a year ago? There it is, right there. Bank of America secretly flagged purchase history of customers, sent data to the feds after Capitol riot. Be advised, if there's any of my subscribers who bank at Bank of America, you want to be advised of that. Democrats push for student loan forgiveness, but it will cost taxpayers billions. Of course, charge it up. Why not? Maxine Waters, she charges it up. Maxine Waters paid $1 million in campaign cash to her daughter, E.T. phone home. Put a link to that. RT says two shocking headlines that sum up COVID. Billionaires made $3.9 trillion during the pandemic, while workers lost $3.7 trillion. That's the truth, people. Sheila Aliens did a great video this week I want you to check out on the World Economic Forum creepy NWO website. She's got about a 15-minute video. Check out. It's all right there. They put it on our face now. They're not hiding the New World Order anymore, their ambitions. It's all right there. Check it out. And yes, I do take it personally. Me and many others who way back when, 10 plus years ago, were trying to tell people about all this stuff that was coming, and now it's here, and like nobody, all I hear is crickets. All you people that call us crazy can suck it, all of you. Over to New World Order and Police State News. This is where I stop and ask you to share this video, share these links, important stuff coming up. The internet is a wasteland of disinformation. Here's how to fix it. Check it out. Here's an article from CBS News talking about how they're going to fix the internet. Remember what I've said all these years, enjoy this tool we have to communicate. We will not have it forever. They are certainly going to put the clamps down soon. New York Times calls for Biden to appoint reality czar to fight misinformation. Yes, you shouldn't be allowed to talk about these things because they go against the official story, all this stuff. In fact, official story, this lady here, this congresswoman, was taking off all her committees and whatnot because she believes that no plane hit the Pentagon, and she believes in this and that. Conspiracy theories. Well, show me evidence of a plane that hit the Pentagon. We've all seen the 5 frames that the DOD released to the public. No plane, no parts, no engines, nothing. Anyway, I'll put a link to this. Shout out to her for at least standing up for some truth. Retired Army general says Trump supporters in the military who support Capitol riot need to be kicked out. Oh, really? If you supported your commander-in-chief when he was the legal commander-in-chief, you should be kicked out of the military. DailyMail.com, Capitol Police officer who shot Ashley Babbitt should not be charged. Of course he won't be charged. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. Wisconsin Governor issues mask mandate after GOP kills previous order over to COVID. Police state news now. Medical tyranny. CDC announces all travelers must wear 2 masks and threatens arrest. That from Zero Hedge. Check this out. I'm sure everybody knows about this. The American hospitals kidnap patients. This elderly woman who they wouldn't release because she wouldn't take a COVID test. That video's gone around. It's gone viral. Up in Canada, police take traveling woman into mandatory COVID isolation in Canada. Won't tell her family where they're holding her. Again, all this stuff we talk, here it is. Creepy Bill Gates calls for global alert system and pandemic fire squad for next pandemic. Oh, he knows what's coming next. This is just the start of it, people. We've seen nothing yet, I assure you. A couple more. We got urgent warning, Biden EO to direct vaccines to illegal aliens before Americans. Well, that's one way to get a lot of people to take it. You want to come to America, you got to take the vaccine to come in here. And I got one more. Speaking of, illegal aliens, the first Latino head of Homeland Security. And from what I've seen of him, he does not like the American people. I guarantee you there will be a flood of legislation and all kinds of stuff talking about erasing the borders and bringing in the North American Union and the SPP. All that stuff will come back to life. In fact, if you go over to my favorites, I just favored a video before I started filming of a sheriff down in Arizona. I'll cover that at the end of this video. Anyway, over to World War III news. We got 2 U.S. destroyers enter the Black Sea. Russia responds. Put a link to this. We got Biden tells Putin, U.S. no longer rolling over. Okay, now we're going to make enemies of Russia again on all this. Nuclear war with China, Russia, a very real possibility. U.S. Admiral, I can't continue reading because I'm not going to pay for this website. I'll put a link to it if you want to. U.S. sends warship to past Chinese-controlled the South China Sea islands. So we got all this tension with Russia, all this tension with China. China has stolen personal data of 80% of American adults, be advised. International Business Times reports Israel turned down U.S. request to inspect port after deal with China, so Israel's getting in with China. I don't know. Direct assault on democracy. Biden threatens sanctions against Myanmar unless military respects credible election. There's been a coup over in Myanmar. A lot of people are following that. That's funny that he wants people to respect it. Anyway, Biden State Department official calls police Blue Ku Klux Klan, says they are more of a threat to America than ISIS. Oh, I'll put a link. That's in the World War III bin because it mentioned ISIS. I guess the police are... Okay, I got a couple on North Korea this week, so Lil Kim's not so roamery. North Korea goes missing from Biden's big foreign policy speech. I wonder how the U.S. is going to get along with North Korea now. I do respect and shout out to Donald Trump for meeting Kim Jong-un in the DMZ. I mean, that was really something. No other U.S. president, I guarantee you Biden didn't have the balls to do that. Anyway, speaking of Lil Kim, not seen in more than a year, Kim Jong-un's wife executed. I don't know. Are you a little lonely over there, Kim? A couple more here. High-powered explosive, be advised, possible Operation Blackjack hit here. High-powered explosive missing, possibly stolen from Southern California military base. And I got one more. U.S. Navy must rename warships that have racist and Confederate names. Of course, more erasing of the history of America and all this. And if a country doesn't have a history, hey, you don't have a country. Over to Earth changes in 2012 news. Now, I got it set up for the past week for 6 points and above. We only had one 6.6. South Pacific Ocean. I didn't see anything on tsunamis. I didn't see much on volcanoes this week. I'll put a link to the earthquake data. Huge piece of California's Highway 1. Big sir collapsed into the ocean. Check it out. Landslide. Check it out, the movie 2012. I don't know. Joe Biden to divert $30 billion aid. Trump left for farmers to climate change without waiting for Congress. Be advised, money going here and there. I guarantee you the Bureau of Land Management's going to get active again, and you're going to see all that, rest in peace, Lavoy Finicum. Zero Hedge puts us out. Gone in 60 seconds. Speaking of the atmosphere, catalytic converter thieves erupt across the country. Of course, they want that platinum in there. Put a link to that. SpaceX Starship explodes while attempting to land during high-altitude test. Be advised. Kaboom. I sent a tweet out on that this week. Biden cancels Elon Musk's adventures in space. Biden is canceling space. Of course, let's start some more endless wars. And, screw space. We don't need to mess around with that. Biden DOJ wants to penalize Elon Musk for hiring... How dare you hire too many Americans? Put a link to that. Biden to dismantle the U.S. Space Force. Raw news reports, of course. More undoing of the Trump administration. Artificial object the size of a school bus makes close, uncontrolled Earth pass past Tuesday. Be advised, IntelliHub has the link on that. Check this out. Let me just allow me to play this real quick. Is this a UFO caught out the window of this airplane? Let's just check it out now. There, right there, right where see that? Watch. Now, this day and age, with technology being what it is, I can't guarantee you that's not photoshopped into the video, but that's a very interesting video. Horrified dog food worker saw 7-foot telepathic alien mutants while cycling home. I saw this thing! Oh my god, it was coming at me! And I got one more in the dumb bin this week. Saved by the Bell star dies 44 after lung cancer diagnosis. I'm not sure Screech would have had a place in the dumb. I don't know, so it's probably a true story. That's just sad. Right on. Over to strange and bizarre news. People are losing it, man. FBI confirms 2 agents killed, 3 wounded in suspected child porn raid in Florida. I mean, that's the official story. Who knows what really happened? Whatever happened to Special Agent Stephen Ivins is what I want to know. 5 children and 1 man killed in an apparent mass shooting in Oklahoma. Man, this pandemic and all this shit going on is making people do some crazy stuff. Look at this. 3 dead after snow shoveling dispute turns violent in Pennsylvania. I'll put a link to the story, and if you really want to see what happened, I'll put a link to the video. Do not watch it if you got little kids around. It is very disturbing. This guy kills his 2 neighbors and then kills himself. TMZ puts this out. China's anal swab COVID testing. Scientists say Fisher, your butt way more accurate. Put a link to this. Update on that. 4 men almost ate 70 pounds of oranges in under 30 minutes to avoid airports' excessive baggage fees. Why don't you just throw the oranges away? I mean, come on. Put all the chicken in the bag. Not today. Restaurant customer turned away after not wearing mask. Returns with a gun. I want my chicken. If it was Raising Cane's chicken, I can understand. That stuff's delicious. Let's see. Jill Biden says we owe it to our dogs to keep wearing masks. Bitch, please. David Hogg, apparently he's opening a pillow factory. The genius cannot find a pillow making union. Put a link to this. He's getting into the pillow business. Let's see. Elon Musk, Neuralink implanted in a chip in monkey's brain, and now the monkey can play video games with his mind. Put a link to that, and here we come, closer to that singularity. Beauty is pain. Rapper Lil Uzi Vert gets massive 11-carat pink diamond worth over $24 million pierced to his forehead. What goes on in your head? You think that's a good idea? And this lady here, you want to check her out. She's talking about don't gorilla glue your head. Why does these stories make me feel racist? Anyway, that's all the news I got. Check out my favorites for more news. Right over there, that Obama 2.0. That's the video of that sheriff down in Arizona talking about how the borders are once again becoming wide open. We got massive, big, huge vaccine distribution centers opening across the United States. Mask mandated for all who travel. Let's see, Biden, even after vaccines, mask should be, social distancing is going to be check out my favorites. Thank you to everybody who continues to post news. You guys are doing great job keeping everybody informed. In shout-outs this week, I got to give a shout-out to Lou Dobbs. Fox News cancels Lou Dobbs show. Pro-Trump host not expected to be back on air. This man right here is the only mainstream journalist I respect because he had the balls to cover the North American Union back in the day.
Administration's open borders policy and its decision to ignore the enforcement of this country's immigration laws is part of a broader agenda. President Bush signed a formal agreement that will end the United States as we know it, and he took the step without approval from either the U.S. Congress or the people of the United States.
Do you know what happened after this story aired? Does anybody remember? They fired shots into this man's house, warning shots. He definitely came into the crosshairs of the New World Order, and I respect the hell out of him. Lou Dobbs, please don't let them stop you now. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you'd like to support, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst of YouTube, you never want to see again, please rate, though. It helps it move around. You can also follow me on BitChute, Gab, Twitter, Facebook. All my links are always at the bottom. You can support me or follow me for free over on Patreon or directly with PayPal. I put a lot into these reports, and thank you for tuning in every week, and thank you for the people who support me. I love you to death. And if you just share the video, I love you too. And for the haters, I love you too. I love everybody. We need more love in this world, do we not? That's all I got for this week. Crazy week. What's coming up next week? I don't know. Here we are in February. The New World Order's coming on hot and heavy. You know, they're not letting up with this COVID bullshit. You know, there seems to be a lull right now. Numbers seem to be going down. But I predict that, you know, by like the summertime, you know, we got Super Bowl Sunday today, so that's going to be, they're going to call that a, you know, a mass spreading event or whatever the hell the name is they give it. You know, and who's going to be watching the Super Bowl today? I'm certainly not. Usually I would watch it just for the false flag factor, but is there even going to be a crowd? I don't even know. Anyway, so what's coming up in the next week? I don't know, people, but it's certainly going to be a crazy ride, this roller coaster we're on. I feel like I'll run on sentence at this point. You guys take care, stay safe, remain vigilant, be ready for anything at any time. I will see you on the next one.